Hi, I'm Tonya Caruso. Welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. It's one organization that is called on countless times of year, most often in tragedy. Joining us in our studios this half hour is Lauren Chapman. She is from the American Red Cross, and we thank you so much for coming in and talking with us today.
Thank you very much for having me.
So it's been this way for so many years. There's a tragedy, something goes wrong. The Red Cross is always there to help.
Yes, our organization is committed to helping people prevent, prepare for, and respond to emergencies. So it's something that we pride ourselves on, and definitely.
And you help. Any idea how many people, how many calls you handle during a year?
Well, I'm from the Southwestern Pennsylvania chapter, and we respond to a local emergency approximately once every 30 hours. So it's about 300 a year just locally in the Pittsburgh and surrounding counties, some of the surrounding
Wow,
counties.
that's an incredible number. And not only are you responding to emergencies, but as you mentioned, you're involved in so much when it comes to prevention as well.
Mm-hmm.
And October, for this reason, is very important. Let's talk about that.
Yes, October is actually Fire Prevention Month, and the Red Cross really likes to take that chance to encourage people to think about fire safety and fire prevention. That can include things such as making sure that you have a fire extinguisher in your home, making sure you know how to use it, making sure that your fire alarms are working. You test them once a month, replace the batteries at least once a year. Also, just making sure that you turn space heaters off and that you know an escape route if something were to happen.
Yeah, and in October especially, I guess that's a good time because it kicks off into the winter season where space heaters, kerosene heaters, that sort of thing can really create hazards.
Yes, yes. Towards the colder months, people start to heat their homes, and some of them do so unsafely without even realizing it. So we start to actually see a lot more house fires towards the colder months after October. So it's a great time to really start to think about it in preparation for that time.
As we continue to talk, we're putting on the screen website, phone number, Twitter, Facebook. Folks can get in touch and learn about you in a lot of ways, and folks can also help if they want. And so as we head into the holiday season and tough economic times, what sort of help are you looking for?
Well, holiday time is a time when people start to think about not only their own Christmas shopping list for family and friends, but also charitable giving. And the American Red Cross hopes that people keep us in mind. Over the holiday season, it's really a time for friends and family, but unfortunately, some of our neighbors will experience a disaster, and it's likely going to be a house fire in this area. We can't help them without the help of our generous neighbors and friends who donate to us. We are not a government agency. We rely solely on donations to fulfill our humanitarian mission. So the holiday is the perfect time of the year to think about the Red Cross and to help neighbors in need, really.
Right. And what about the need for volunteers in general? Even if you can't make that monetary contribution, what about people volunteers?
Absolutely. We are always looking for volunteers, always. We have a great volunteer, we have great volunteers with us right now. We have more than 200 dedicated volunteers, but we're always looking for more. Our volunteers can help in lots of different areas. They can help with disaster relief. We have volunteers always on call to help with local disasters. We have volunteers that help instruct some of our CPR classes, to just help us with things around the office and whatnot. So we're always looking for volunteers, and it's certainly appreciated.
Right, and I know along this, we're talking about the need for donations, the need to raise money. Every year you hold a big event. You have a big event coming up a few months from now, so people can put it on their calendar in the new year in March. And tell me about that.
Yes, our Red Cross Ball. It's our largest fundraiser that we have. All proceeds benefit local disaster relief, our local disaster relief fund. It's a premier Pittsburgh event. Last year, more than 400 people attended, and we were able to raise more than $300,000 for disaster relief. It's a nice time for everyone who goes, and it's certainly helpful for us. It's one of our, like I said, biggest. It brings in the most donations for us.
Yeah,
so
and
it's very important.
So important for such a good cause. We thank you so much for coming in and talking with us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. I'm Tonya Caruso. Thanks for watching Comcast Newsmakers. We'll send you back now to HLN.